Hi all, this is Meenakshi Sharma from Welcome Canada. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you want to make more dollars in Canada legally, so that's the right video for you, because Government of Canada already give you lots of opportunities to grow your investment more with the help of TFSA, that is tax-free saving account, which is more favorable account of majority of Canadians in Canada, right guys? Guys, this is the second video of TFSA. In this video we are going to discuss about TFSA rules and TFSA contribution limit in 2022. But first friends, don't forget to subscribe Welcome Canada YouTube channel. Let's discuss in detail who qualifies for TFSA. So if you are Canadian's resident with a social insurance number who has reached the age of majority 18 or 19 depending on your residential province or territory, you can open a TFSA account in Canada. You don't need to earn an income to contribute. Got it guys? So what about TFSA account ownership? So my friends, a TFSA is offered as a sole ownership. TFSA can't be held jointly under a business or a trust name. Got it? So my learned viewers, let's discuss about more important point, which is called TFSA contribution limit. So what is the TFSA contribution limit for 2022 in Canada? So the best response is the contribution limit of TFSA for 2022 is 6,000 Canadian dollar as defined by CRA, that is Canada Revenue Agency. My friends, the annual contribution limit can change from year to year. Make contribution anytime during your periodically or as a lump sum. I hope now you understand about TFSA contribution limit. Let's discuss about the contribution limit for 2009 to 2022. From 2009 to 2012, TFSA contribution limit is 5,000 Canadian dollars. For 2013 to 2014, it's 5,500 Canadian dollars, and 2015 it's 10,000 Canadian dollars, and for 2016 to 2018 it's 5,500 Canadian dollars, and for 2019 to 2021 it's 6,000 Canadian dollars, and for coming year 2022 it's again 6,000 Canadian dollars. But my friends, don't forget to subscribe Welcome Canada YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so that you will receive notification very quickly. So my friends, if you can't make your full contribution one year, you can make up the contribution in the later years. That means if you have any unused contribution room for a previous years, it will automatically be added to the contribution room for the coming year or current year, right? I know now most of you become confused about this carry forward, and question comes in mind, how carry forward work. Let's say you have contributed the maximum amount to your TFSA each year since it became available in 2009, and you haven't made any withdrawal, and the contribution limit for current year is 6,000, and so far this year you have put only 4,000 into your TFSA. If you don't contribute an rest of 2,000 Canadian dollars for this year, so this rest 2,000 Canadian dollar in contribution room will be added to your annual contribution maximum for the following year, and will continue to carry forward into future calendar year until you make up the contribution, right guys? The CRA track your contribution room and report this amount through the My Account function on the CRA website. Open in new window. Got it friends? Now what about over contribution guys? If you make a contribution beyond the maximum allowable amount, it is considered an over contribution and you will be in trouble. By this over contribution, the CRA will charge a penalty of 1% per month on your excess contribution. So keep in mind my friends, always you should be avoid to such kind of mistakes like over contribution for your TFSA account. Now my friends, let's discuss about the investment money in TFSA account. What to do with this TFSA money? So let's going to be discuss investment options. My knowledgeable viewers, a TFSA is not limited to high interest saving like a RSP. It can hold a variety of investment including stocks, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds, etc. as per your interest. Okay, got it friends? I know some of my friends thinking about withdrawal from TFSA. Yes, my friends, you can withdraw money at any time for any purpose. The timing of your withdrawal may depend on what you invested in. For instance, non-redeemable GICs must be held until maturity. Withdrawal are tax-free and are not added to your income for the year. Any withdrawal is added back to your contribution room the following year. So what is the best month for withdrawal for TFSA and why? We will discuss the important step as you must know about. If you already know about this, the best withdrawal month, write in our comment section about best withdrawal month for TFSA and why it is called the best withdrawal time for TFSA. Let's discuss the impact on government benefits. Investment income and withdrawals are not included as income for tax purpose, which means they will not affect your eligibility for federal income. Tested government benefits or credits such as Canada Child Tax Benefits, the Working Income Tax Benefits, the Guaranteed Income Supplements like GICs, OAS, Old Age Security or GST, Goods and Service Tax Credits, right friends? So what about the transfer between TFSA? You may transfer TFSAs between financial institutions at any time without being taxed, although there may be a transfer out or other fees. However, if you withdraw and recontribute to a TFSA in the same year, it could result in an over-contribution status. So keep in mind, friends. Let's discuss about the losses in TFSA. You know that investment income and capital gain within a TFSA are not taxed. So any capital losses generated in your account can't be used against taxable gain outside your account. So keep in mind, friends, the important note you should know about the TFSA regulation are set out in the Federal Income Tax Act and are administered by the CRA Canada Revenue Agency. That's all for today's video, my friends. In our next video, we will discuss in detail about the best withdrawal time for TFSA and another essential things you should always keep in mind about TFSA. Okay friends, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please click on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed my channel.